This whole thing I'm preaching, how struggle makes you stronger. Struggle leads to setting you free, gives you perspective, learns you what's actually important, shows you the way, shows you, it reveals the truth to you. Life, we're meant to struggle. Human beings are meant to struggle. That's how we discern what's really important, what really matters. That's the great thing with all the training and stuff. You know, you can make yourself tough enough. You take some voluntary struggle to give you some perspective. You know, that dinner or whatever is gonna taste better after a fast or after a heavy workout or whatever, you know. But what this video is really about is embracing true struggle. I mean, a tough workout is hard. A 72-hour fast can be hard. Cold showers can be hard. But there are much worse things that can happen to you in your life. That panic attack thing, you know, it felt like forever when it was going on. It felt completely like I had no hope, that it would never get better. I tried, but I didn't really believe it would work. I thought I was destined to be like crazy or have to kill myself. But when I didn't, you know, even though I believed all of that in the moment, you know, look what happened to me. I fully evolved. I left all the shit behind that was causing me the damage to begin with, and I've done everything I can to make myself the strongest and best and happiest and most content and fulfilled person I can be. And this would never have happened without this. Even when you don't feel it, remember that the struggle will be worth it. It will always be worth it. Yo guys, Theo here with your daily dose of uncommon sense. Except it's kind of not daily at all, it's kind of semi-frequently, and you never know which day I'm gonna post, but once per week, sort of, kind of dose of uncommon sense. So today I didn't plan on recording a video, but feeling pretty good, inspired. I brought this little stick with me on my forest walk. It's a beautiful day here today. And what do you know, browsing through my thoughts, I came upon something that that's like surprising, that I haven't thought about earlier, that I'm gonna tell you. First, a little update. I'm 40 hours fasted. And as I do this so much, I announce my plans for cutting and fasting, and then I change it. That's a topic for another video, but I hope you can see I'm just adapting to the situation. You have to be honest with yourself when you have a plan working towards a goal. Are you making excuses to make it easier or to bail out, or are you actually adapting to the situation? And this is what I've done, because I hurt my back deadlifting this week. It's probably fine. It hurt pretty bad when it happened. But it's a lot better. I'm just a little sore, but obviously I'm taking a few extra days off of the gym, and I will actually be coaching another guy deadlifting instead, so I get my kind of dose of that anyways. But yeah, because of this I decided to do a little longer fast. Didn't decide, I just fasted since Thursday evening. It's Saturday in the day now. We'll see how far I go, probably till tomorrow at least. Anyways, what I found browsing through my thoughts was, you know, I had to repeat this, sorry if you've heard it a lot, but for new reviewers, the reason I got into this self-improvement, health, fitness lifestyle was because I was the complete opposite before. I was skinny fat, partying, slut making, a decadent video game playing, it was a no meaning kind of guy, depressed, full of anxiety and stuff. And so one day it snapped, it became too much. I started having chronic panic attacks that were brutal, had me having suicidal thoughts, and I was forced to, you know, end up there or change. And I found a lot on the other side of that. But so I did not realize what was happening while it was happening until I was out on the other side. But what I now remember is that I had, in a way, kind of realized that I needed something like that. Because, you know, before the panic attacks, it's a shocking thing if it's never happened. You can't be prepared, like, there's the panic attack I was expecting. But looking back to it, and even, you know, not immediately when I had the panic attack, but days after and stuff, it was not surprising, because I was very depressed, I was very worn out. My thoughts were completely occupied by things like my life has no meaning, what will I do with my life, no one likes me, I don't remember word for word, but very negative thoughts. I was depressed. And so I remember something, I actually get an image of where I'm walking, thinking it, and I know I've done it many times, that I was thinking that I need a life-changing experience. I need something to completely throw everything upside down, so I get just pulled out of my perspective here. My thoughts, I didn't realize it, but I was trapped here with the devil. But yeah, it's so interesting now that I haven't thought about it, or I feel like I have like thought about it a little, but never really realized that this whole thing I'm preaching, how struggle makes you stronger, struggle leads to setting you free, gives you perspective, learns you what's actually important, shows you the way, shows you, it reveals the truth to you. Somehow I understood it, but I didn't fully, because okay, we can. That's the thing I've learned with the training. Why it's not easy, I must say. It's hard to find the words to describe it. You know, of course, training, it can be fun, and you can have goals with how you want to look and numbers you want to achieve in lifts and stuff. But it's still not that. You're never looking forward to the pain or to being sore or to being just exhausted, whatever it might be. You know, not all of the training you're looking forward to. So this is self-inflicted adversity, borrowing that phrase from Wes Watson, GP Penitentiary Life. If you like my motivational videos like this, check out that guy. He's just incredible, very, very inspiring. Yeah, self-inflicted adversity was, if I had truly realized what I was thinking about there before the panic attacks, I would have realized that, yeah, of course, like a near-death experience was what I was thinking, like getting hit by a car. Of course, I didn't want any permanent damage, but, you know, really thinking I was going to die or something, and being grateful for the second chance, I like understood that it would pull me out of everything else. But what I didn't understand is that you can control this too. That's why it's not easy. It's still hard. I dread some workouts and stuff, but that's why I've been able to be so consistent with the workouts, with the fasting. The fasting is like, it has taught me so much about this. Like, I come back to it, like now, like how I am now. You know, not all people get depressed these days necessarily, like they want to kill themselves or think my life has no meaning, but they are very bored because they're so bored. Everything is given to them, you know, and when something isn't given to me, it's like, where's my dose of, you know, dopamine, whatever, food, TV, whatever, you know, social media. Yeah, I've got to pause, I've got to retract myself. But yeah, some people get more bored than actually depressed. And when you're fasting, like you're just, I don't know, you're just grateful to be alive and stuff. And you know, I can feel kind of bored on a day like this, but I'm like fine with it. I'm just content. I'm just, yeah, just walking on a walk. It's nice, you know. And yeah, so I want to differ. Like you can't simulate a near-death experience or something like. I mean, technically you could, I guess, but not really. But when we're in the gym, doing cold showers, fasting, and it's tough for us. You know, we know that it's actually like we're not lifting something to save our life. We're not fasting because we can't find any food. It's voluntary. You know, we're not in the cold shower forever. We can turn it off if it gets too much. All this, but it will still help a lot. This is how you stay on track. But so this is something I talk about a lot in my videos, of course, like self-inflicted adversity. Very great expression. Like life. We're meant to struggle. Human beings are meant to struggle. That's how we discern what's really important, what really matters, and it gives us the perspective. Nowadays, you know, again, I don't like. It's hard to find the words for it because people are like lazy. It's not their fault, but everything has been given to people, so they get struggles that they shouldn't really have because they haven't really experienced true struggles, and so. That's the great thing with all the training and stuff. You know, you can make yourself tough enough. You take some voluntary struggle to give you some perspective. You know, that dinner or whatever is going to taste better after a fast or after a heavy workout or whatever, you know. It's going to give us these little wins, give us meaning, make us proud and like ourselves because we can see what work we're putting in for each other. But what this video is really about is embracing true struggle. I mean, a tough workout is hard. A 72-hour fast can be hard. Cold showers can be hard. But there are much worse things that can happen to you in your life. That had to me. That I mean, many things that I won't go into here. But that panic attack thing, you know, it felt like forever when it was going on. It felt completely like I had no hope. that it would never get better. I tried, but I didn't really believe it would work. I thought I was destined to be like crazy or have to kill myself. But when I didn't, even though I believed all of that in the moment, look what happened to me. I fully evolved. I left all the shit behind that was causing me the damage to begin with, and I've done everything I can to make myself the strongest and best and happiest and most content and fulfilled person I can be. And this would never have happened without this. And it's again, I want to return to, I've talked about gratitude, and I think sometimes, again, it's hard how to put the words. Like, you don't have to be grateful for things, that very, very, very tough things, traumatic things that have happened to you. Like a lot of things, we're going to ask ourselves, like, why did this have to happen to me? Why? How could I change this? Why me? Understandable questions, but they won't help you with anything. But what you have to carry with you all the time, this is something I've really learned now, is even, all this I'm talking about, I don't always feel it. Sometimes, what you know and what you feel is like just aligned. You just know it. But when things are really, really tough, really, really tough, tragedies in life happening, it's hard to just be that stoic person who's just like, yeah, this will pass, this will make me grow. But if you can, even when you don't feel it, just remember that the struggle is what's going to set you free in the end. It is always, if you embrace it, might be the wrong word, but not give up, just endure it. The struggle will always lead you to something better, even when it doesn't feel like it. And I repeat myself because I've had to repeat this again. This is right now I'm having a good moment of inspiration and stuff here, but this is not something I feel all the time. It's just something. There are days. Sometimes you have days, when you just want the day to end, because everything that's going on for you or whatever, it's too much. You feel like you can't handle it and you don't know what to do, and so you just want the day to end. But remember, like, at least you didn't end you. The day will end, and things will happen, and you will process things, and you will realize things, and you will get over things, and you will gain that perspective. So, sometimes be better than most today, and do that self-inflicted adversity too. Like, go to the gym, take care of your body, eat a good diet, practice things like fasting, meditation, cold shower, saunas. I mean, you don't have to do everything, but you know what I'm saying. Do these things, these challenging things that will purely physically make you better, but spiritually too. It will give you peace. It will give you that. Yeah, I gotta pause it again, guys. Yeah, sorry, a friend calling me. He's mad because we're gonna meet and I'm not there yet, so I have to finish this video in a few minutes. Yeah, just remember that. This will help you. This will make you doing all the training, etc. Those things. They will always help you, make you better prepared. More stress resistant. Like, purely logically, like this. Like, you're physically stronger. If you have to, something fell, you have to lift it up. You're better fit for it. But just remember, the struggle, no matter what the struggle is always, no matter how it feels, what you think about in a moment, it will always be a good thing for you in the end if you don't give up. The struggle, like, what would life be without struggle? Like, would it have any meaning, really? What would we all do? Just be jumping around, and like, how could we would be like, how many people are like that? They don't have struggles. They have anxiety and depressions and addictions, keeping it, addictions as a band-aid covering, their lack of meaning and happiness. And so they have to resort to the fake happiness of temporary distractions and drugs and these things. So just remember that even when life doesn't feel enjoyable, this is what, going through that is what will make it feel enjoyable. Please always remember that. Please always remember that, even in your darkest times, when you're lying curled up in your bed crying or whatever, you do when you feel like that. Even when you don't feel it, remember that the struggle will be worth it. It will always be worth it in the end. I promise. I'm You know, on the other side, I was gonna say, but again, it's not like I feel this all the time. It's not like I don't, just because I conquered some major struggles. It's not like other major ones can't appear. But I always remind myself, this is temporary. This is actually good. It will make you stronger in the end. Just like those panic attacks episodes. Like, fucking look at me, guys. I built something that most people could only dream about. And you know, I'm not saying this to brag. And I know you who have been watching me more know that. It's just what I've learned that I want you to learn. I try to transfer my knowledge to you. Okay, guys. I don't like how the wording was weird there at the end, but I'm pretty happy with the video. I truly stand by this. I hope you watched all of it, and yeah, guys, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and tell your friends about this very wise, charming, handsome Swedish guy who can help you get a better life or something. Okay, guys, I see you. Peace.